Rabia here at Pancakes and Booze. Rabia, tell me about yourself.
So I have been doing art pretty much all of my life, but I really only started showing my art since the beginning of 2023. So this is, I guess, the second year that I've put my art out into the world to see.
So tell me about your art style. What do you use to create? How do you make your paintings?
So I think my art style has for sure evolved. So some of these pieces over here are just really pieces that I wasn't really thinking too much about. As you kind of come up to these rows over here, things have become a little bit more intentional. I started to explore my family's cultural heritage, my mom being from Trinidad and my dad being from Pakistan. And so I definitely wanted to think about reconnecting with those parts of my heritage as well. But then things started to change a little bit, because if you notice in some of them, they get a little bit less traditional. She's wearing, like, more modern clothing. There's a pantsuit going on here. And I figured, what better way to really reconnect? Also, I grew up here. I grew up in New York City. And so I decided that I should look back into my own family's personal experiences, paint that. So this here is actually a painting of a photo of me and my dad in New York City. So I think I was about like 2 or so years old over there. And I actually started this painting on Father's Day, and I finished it recently. This is the first time I'm showing it anywhere, really.
How long does it usually take you for you to create a piece like this?
I don't know how long it usually takes, but this took about 2 months. This is the first piece I've done of this kind.
Wow, that's great. And as an artist, sometimes some artists get stuck in creating, kind of get, how do you say, sidetracked. How do you keep yourself motivated to keep painting and keep creating?
I think it really helps to have a goal in mind. I mean, one thing is I am working off of like family photos and memories, and so I know what I do want it to look like at the end of the day. So it kind of like serves as a way to guide the painting, but then also I use art as a way to de-stress and take a moment for myself at the end of the day. And one motivating factor is, like, I use this at the outset of the day to come back to myself. Mm-hmm. So the way that I keep motivated is like, this is sort of a sanctuary for me, an emotional, a restorative thing emotionally.
A lot of artists have a lot of art all over the house. Are you one of those artists?
Yeah, I am. I've gotten better at it, but that's also why it's here.
What would be your number one advice for a new artist starting off?
My number one advice is to just do it, even if you don't have all the answers. So a lot of the artists here that I've talked to, Pancakes and Booze was either their first show, or some of the artists, this is their first show, and so it's just a great space to be. The only way that you're going to learn how to do something, you're not going to have all the answers right away. Even you grow as an artist. I mean, again, like it took time for me to evolve in my own art practice just by continuing to paint, but also talking to other artists, like, oh, how did you do this one thing? How did you do that thing? Or how do I even hang up my artwork? I have no idea how to do that. So I would just tell other artists to go for it.
Yeah. I can find you online.
People can find me through my Instagram, which is Rabia. Website, artbyrabia.com.
Thank you very much.